Hello students, let us discuss our new topic chemical bonding and molecular structure. So first of all, let us see what is chemical bonding. So generally, as we know, matter is made up of one or more different types of elements, maybe solid, liquid, gas. Yes or no? That one is of matter. Atoms, ion molecules also we can say as in matter. Under some conditions, no element exists as an independent atom in nature. So we are taking atom. So some elements will not exist like that except noble gas elements. So here a group of atoms exist as one species which is having some properties. Okay. So such group of atoms we call a molecule. So what is molecule here? Combination of atoms or group of atoms will combine together to form a one species. That one we call it as a molecule. Also, there must be some force which should hold these atoms to form molecules. To form molecules, suppose if you are combining two atoms, it will form a two molecules. Yes or no? So means what? Some force should be there to combine those molecules to form a molecule. So by this, then what is chemical bonding? How the bonding will happen to the atoms. So chemical bonding is nothing but here the attractive force what is chemical bonding? The attractive force which holds any two constituent atoms or ions together is called a chemical bond. So what is chemical bond here? The force should be there, means to combine an atom or a molecule, to combine an atom or a ion together at the same time. To combine these atoms and ions, there should be some force, the attractive force which holds together atoms, ions. We call it as a chemical bond. So as we know, chemical bond is taking place by combination of atoms of various elements in different way. So we are having some questions. Why do atoms will combine? Why combinations are possible? Why do some atoms combine with other do not will combine? Why molecules have only definite shapes? Yes or no? So what are the questions we are raising? Why do atoms will combine? Why do molecules will show only particular shapes? Why do some atoms combine with others? Why do not combine? Means these type of questions we are raising. So to understand those type of questions, there is a scientist. So according to Cossel-Lewis, according to Cossel-Lewis scientist, he explains the whatever questions we have arised, that questions are explained under the Cossel-Lewis approach, what he by basing on theory, that is valence shell, electron pair, repulsion theory, that is Weisbach theory, okay, and valence bond theory, that one we call it as VBT, and molecular orbital theory. So that one MO we call it as MO theory. So these three theories explains about why these atoms will combine, why the molecules will give the perfect shape, why some molecules will combine, some will not combine. So like this it is going to explain. So okay, so now let us see what is an valency as we have discussed in the previous class. So valency is nothing but what here? The combining capacity. The combining capacity of an element is known as valency. Means what here? The outermost electrons we call it as valency, which will combine with atoms. Okay, so this one we call it as valency. So generally valency of an element is equal to number of hydrogen atoms or chlorine atoms or twice the number of oxygen atoms. Okay, so what is valency? As we have discussed in the previous class, the valency of an element is equal to the number of hydrogen atom or chlorine atom or twice the number of oxygen atoms with which one atom of the element combined. Means what here? So what happens here? So generally the valency of an element is what? The combining capacity of an element is known as valency. So generally if you have been taken hydrogen, we are having atomic number 1. So what is the electronic configuration? 1s1. Okay. If you take chlorine, the atomic number is 17. So if you write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So at the last the elements means we are combining an element. So means what here? The valency of an element is equals to number of hydrogen atom or chlorine atom or twice the number of oxygen atom. So means what? This will be having fixed. Only one atom of the element only is going to combine. If you take H, if you take Cl, so means what? HCl is combined. If you take oxygen, so means what? H is combining to oxygen, H2O. So here what they have given? The valency of an element is equals to the number of hydrogen atom. So this hydrogen atom is combining with chlorine atom or the oxygen atom. So with which one atom of the element will combine. So this is the meaning of this. So for elements present in 1A, 2A, 4A group. So let us see, for example, the elements present in 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A groups, the valency, whatever valency we are taking, so the valency is equal to their group number. So means what here? I have been taken 1A group element, so the valency will be 1. If I am taking group 2A element, the valency will be how much? The valency will be 2. If I take 3A group element, the valency will be 3. If I take 4A group element, the valency will be 4. So that is the meaning. So if suppose the 1A sodium I am taking, okay. So for example, I have been taken valency of aluminium. So aluminum is having valency 3. It is a third group element, boron, aluminium. Okay, so means what here? Aluminium is having valency 3. So what is its atomic number, aluminium? So let us see the atomic number. What if, let us take one more example. Valence of calcium. The calcium is 2. Okay, so here calcium atomic number how much? 20. So if you write electronic configuration, how much you are getting? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. So how much? 10 plus 10, 20. So if you have been seeing the valency, the last electron we call it as valency, or else two electrons combined we call it as valency. If you have been seen here 4s2, so 2 electrons is present. So means what? The valence of calcium is 2. So if you have been seen group 2a elements, so the calcium is present in group 2a element. So the 2a group is 2 and its valency also 2. So means what here? The elements present in the group 1a, 2a, 3a, 4a. So the valency also equal to the group number. So if the calcium is second group element, so then the valency is also 2. If the aluminum is group 3 element, then the valency is also 3. So this is nothing but here valency. And not only this, if you take noble gases, I mean remaining elements, let us discuss. The elements present in the elements present in 5a, 6a, 7a group. The valency, how we'll calculate valency? The valency is equal to 8 minus group elements. So means what here? For example, I have been taken valency of sulfur. Okay, so if I have been taken valency of sulfur, so sulfur is in a sixth group element: oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. So these are six group elements. So coming to here, if what I have told you, the elements present in 5a, 6a, 7a, so should be 8 minus group element. So means what? 8 minus. So what is the sulfur group here? Sixth group. Sulfur is present in sixth group. So group element is nothing but sulfur, sixth group you have been writing. So 8 minus 6, how much you are getting? 2 is its valency. Not only this, if you take valency of phosphorus, so here valence of phosphorus is nothing but fifth group element. Okay, so nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, these all will come under the fifth group elements. So here we are 8 minus 5. So 8 minus 5 you will be getting 3 is its valency. So this is nothing but to find the valency in 5a, 6a, 7a. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 indicates what here? The valency is equals to the group number. And here the sulfur and phosphorus 5, 6, 8, 7 group elements, what here? 8 minus group elements if we do means. So this is nothing but here for 5, 6, 8. So 5, 6, 7. If suppose for noble gases, the valence is always equal to 0. Why? Because they will occupy complete configuration, electronic config, completely filled. The noble gas is like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay, so here the valency is equals to how much? Valency is equal to 0. So because they are known as zero group elements. So means what here? If you take noble gases except helium, if you take remaining all, because helium is having 2 atomic number, the electronic configuration is 1s2. If you take remaining all elements, so the electronic configuration is complete octet configuration. So octet means what? These elements will occupy 8 electrons. So means what? These are completely filled electrons. So there is no removal of electron, there is no adding of electron. So that's why the valency is equals to here 0. So that's why we call it as these elements as zero group element, or we will say it as noble gas elements, or we call it as inert gas element. So these are about the groups of the elements. So for example, if you have been taking for any element in S and P block, maximum valence is equals to group number I have told. Yes or no? So generally what I have told you, up to 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's equals to group number, and 5, 6, 7, we have to do 8 minus group number. But coming to, if you have been taking for any element in S and P block, maximum valency is equal to group number. So you will be getting doubt here. Already we have discussed that 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A is equals to group number, 5A, 6A, 7A is equals to the minus of group number we have told. So here example if you have been taken. So generally phosphorus, the valency of phosphorus, what I have told you, 8 minus 5, we are taking 3. So it may get 5 also its valency. And coming to sulfur as a 6th group, we can write 6 also as its maximum valency. I am saying maximum valency for this phosphorus and some. The minimum valency is 2 and 3. Okay. So by this what we can say here, a chemical bond is nothing but here an attractive force which hold 2 or more atoms together in molecules and ions. We call it as a chemical bond. Okay. So what is chemical bond? The attractive force which hold any 2 constant atoms or ions together, we call it as a chemical bond here. So here what is a molecule then? An atom or group of atoms will combine, or we can say having independent exist. Having independent existence in nature is called molecule. So means what here? If you are taking an atom or group of atoms which exist, so which are not depending on the nature, that one we call it as a molecule. So molecules are less energetic than atoms, we can say. Molecules are less energetic than atoms. So by this what we can say, atoms combine, therefore atoms combine to form a molecule. Okay. So means what? Formation of bond, whenever the bond is forming, is always exothermic reaction. So exothermic is nothing but what here? Which will release energy, we call it as exothermic reaction. So what we can say here? formation of bond is always a exothermic reaction, we can say. So whenever a attractive force develops between two particles, so the potential energy decreases. So what will happen? Then heat will release energy. Okay, so because of this we say that it is an exothermic reaction. So what we can say here, when an attractive force develops between two particles, so what will happen? The potential energy decreases and an equal amount of heat is liberated. Liberated is nothing but heat is releasing. So whenever a force we are increasing between the two particles, automatically the potential energy going to decrease. So then heat is going to release. So means what? That reaction we call it as exothermic reaction. So inert gases. So inert gases is nothing but what here? Inert gases except helium. Why? Because helium is having atomic number 2, the electronic configuration is only 1s2. So have a stable electronic arrangement, we can say, except helium. Remaining all, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, remaining all will have a stable electronic arrangement of an octet of electrons in the outermost orbit. So means what here? If you take any atom, noble gas elements except helium, all will have the electronic configuration 8 electrons. So let us take, if you take neon, the atomic number is 10. So let us write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. So the outermost electron, if you have been considered, it is satisfying the 8 electrons. Not only this, argon if you have been taken, 18 is the atomic number. The configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So here also if you have been observed here, it is showing octet configuration. So what I have told, I have a stable electronic arrangement. If you have been seen, the arrangement is very stable and it is having 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. So this is nothing but inert gas element. So other elements, so what about other atoms? Other atoms try to gain an octet electrons in the outermost, try to attain an octet of electrons in the outermost orbit by losing, gaining and sharing of electrons. So means what here? So only these elements will satisfy the stable configuration, which will show 8 electrons. So other atoms, if you have been taking sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, not only that, if you have been taking remaining elements like boron, nitrogen, oxygen, so these elements, these atoms, what will they will try to occupy the 8 electrons by losing an electron or by gaining an electron or by sharing of electrons. So this is nothing but general introduction of the chemical bonding and molecular structure. So in the next class we can see about our topic. Thank you.